what I would really like to know is why is it so important that we have this specific seminar on machine safety? Because, you know, there's many new developments, artificial intelligence, digitalization, robotization, you know, and this seminar will partly be on these topics, but it will also be on the so-called traditional risks.
Designers have no data about how the workforce reacts to new technology at work. So we want to create bridges. This is the key word. And feedback is one of the tools. It's not the only one because there are so many methods. But this tool has been tested. This tool now has a technical report which describes exactly what to do. We want to create a tool that facilitates the communication with a methodology that can be applied in Europe, in all countries.
This is what we need actually, practical experiences. We will announce you when we will launch these consultation activities for you to step in and to share your views with us on what is needed to be improved in the upcoming version of the Machinery Directive. We try to reach out to all stakeholders to make sure that you are aware of these consultations coming up and you are ready to contribute. So these consultations are meant also for you. We are going to work in a structured way as well with all stakeholders in these consultation activities, and we will look very, very broad in the revision of the Machinery Directive, including the coherence of the directive with the wide EU legal framework.
We believe this dialogue between machinery manufacturers and users is key. After all, today is also a very nice occasion, and I once again thank you for that, because it is a concrete implementation action of the Memorandum of Understanding that we have signed with FIEC and EFBWW at the end of our Working Safer with Construction Machines project.
Stefano, thanks very much for inviting me to this conference. It's been incredibly interesting. One of the big areas I've got is not so much the directives and everything else, is how it's enforced. And this is an area I think we need to push for and get more involvement, more from member states and from the Commission, that they have a better involvement and someone with the responsibility for the overall running of the single market and the enforcement of it.
In the center of our strategy is the ratification of the ILO Convention 184. This is the Convention on Health and Safety in Agriculture. With this convention, and after ratifying, we can really implement modern systems to protect people in agriculture.
There is a wonderful mixture of profession, different type of people that are useful for our work, especially for standardization, that we know is the key point to let all the people to benefit from the new research, the new effort, the new economy. I think that it is important now to have a network.
Bon, Stefano, il est réussi ton séminaire. C'est très bien, ça nous rajeunit, ça nous rappelle quand il y a 30 ans, on participait tous les deux à la rédaction de la première directive machine. Et ça nous permet aussi de prendre du recul, de voir tout le chemin qui a été parcouru. Et si tu te rappelles, il y a 30 ans, il y avait deux doctrines. Il y avait les Français qui avaient leurs belles idées abstraites, leurs beaux jardins à la française, leurs belles réglementations. Et puis il y avait les Allemands avec leurs belles forêts pleines de normes. Et il a fallu unir les deux approches dans la directive. Donc on a les exigences essentielles, un peu abstraites, et les kyrielles de normes qui servent à les appliquer.
You see in this example that the assembly is done sharing fixtures and positions, so hands and arms of the operators are continuously interacting and sharing positions with respect to the machine. You have continuous flow of not only of information but also of material and forces and velocities and so forth.
The complex scenario of technology at work requires an ability from all of us. The ability to look at things from different angles. We need to look every time at how the human has been considered in the design. Only experience can validate the designer choice.